Okay, how do we want to kick this one off? Do we have anything fun or interesting? Like, no.
You know?
We are neither fun
I didn't even bring
nor
up...
interesting this week.
I'm just tired. You know what? I want to play Baldur's Gate.
That means you like it.
That's what I want to do.
I'm so excited for
like
you. I was really nervous that you weren't going to like it. And then I was like, everything that I believed is a lie.
I mean, it took me a bit, like I said.
We'll talk about it.
Okay, let me bring up the episode doc because I don't remember the intro.
You haven't memorized it by now?
Oh, wait, let me try it. Okay.
Okay, from memory?
Go.
Hi, I'm Bridget.
And I'm Maddie. Welcome to Baddy Breakdowns, where we hang out, have fun, and play games all the way to the end. Today, we're going to talk about a little smattering of stuff that we've been playing. So we're going to talk about Chants of Sonar a little bit more, Dave the Diver, and Baldur's Gate 3, now that I've had a chance to play it a little bit. And, yeah. Ooh, am I missing something?
I mean, normally we talk about the breakdown.
We'll give you the breakdown from its creation to its critical reception, except today we're not going to do that. We're lazy today.
Yeah.
And then we're going to deep dive into our opinions while playing it. And we'll close with if we recommend it, who we recommend it to, and our personal rating for the games. With that, let's
dive in. It's kind of, it's only one game,
Let's
though.
Dave the dive in.
I can't think of one that combines all three of them.
Let's dive
into the enchanting gate of games. No?
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
It's a slow day, everybody.
Yeah, it's a slow day. Okay, there we go. We did it. Intro from memory.
I woke up probably 2 hours ago, and I still don't know that I'm completely awake. So it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. All right. Do you want to dive in?
Yeah. I feel like today, since we have very little structure and we're just going to be chit-chatting, let's just start with Baldur's Gate because that's what I've been playing recently.
Yes. Okay, I need to understand where you were, like how long your madness lasted about this game. Because the last episode you had mentioned that you were feeling kind of meh, and it sounds like you're not meh. So I want to hear what that transition was.
Yeah, so I finally started on Baldur's Gate 3, and I created my first character as a bard. Right. And I had texted you this, and I think I mentioned it on the podcast already, but I was upset about my clothing options.
Very serious.
And I, quite frankly, am still upset about my clothing options. I wanted to be like a hot, sexy bard that is like charming and stuff. And I'm a charming bard, but my clothes are definitely not sexy. They're very
sack-like.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're very jester.
Yeah.
Like King's Jester, which is also fine. I watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie with my family when I went back for Christmas. It was really good.
It was
actually
so good.
It was really good.
It was really good.
Chris Pine is like the perfect bard.
I know. I used to joke that he was my favorite Chris, and then I accidentally said that to, of course, my Chris, because at the time, Chris.
No.
Yeah. He was like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, I'm thinking of all the Chris actors,
celebrity Chris's. He's my favorite celebrity Chris."
Yes.
Yeah. important distinction.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was really, but you know, one of the things that I will say is that his outfit at the very beginning was literally like, I was like, oh my God, that's the Bard outfit from Baldur's Gate 3.
So what you're telling me is it's accurate.
It's
Yeah.
accurate. It is accurate. And I was feeling meh until about probably hour 8.
It took that long for you
It
to,
took me that
and you
long.
pushed through that long?
So
I'm so proud of you, Maddie.
yeah. Well, I knew it was the type of game that I would like. I just had to let go of of oh, there's a thing I'm supposed to be doing. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Because it's D&D, it's not a video game.
yeah.
And so you can't really play it like a video game.
Yeah.
Like you have to change your mindset because I was feeling so overwhelmed by the amount of things. And I was
Oh.
feeling so overwhelmed by like, do I do this? Do I do this? Because I want to do everything. Because I have this like part of my brain when I'm playing games that's like completionist.
Mm.
And I have to like really like take myself out of it because with Baldur's Gate, you're going to miss things. It's just going to happen and you have to be okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to change your mindset. I feel like now I'm like a self-help like you got to change your mindset. You know, you can't expect that, you know.
Giving motivational advice for how to play Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's
Yeah.
good advice. When I picked it up, I had such like minimal expectations just because I don't know. I did not think that it was going to be a thing that I enjoyed. But I'm pretty good, I think, at separating myself from like feeling like I need to do everything. And instead I had the opposite-ish mindset where I was just like bebopping around, and then whatever happened, I had a rule that I didn't want to like I would save scum before battles, but didn't want to save scum before choices. And so I knew I was
Yeah.
going to miss stuff no matter what. Although there is still one thing that's bothering me even after all this time, and I have played more since our last episode, is there's a cow in that first little town that you find, and apparently that cow ends up in other different places. And I have tried to talk positively to that cow with 3 different characters, and I still haven't. And so I don't know what's up with the cow, and it bothers me all the time. And that last one I did consider save scumming before it, and then I didn't because I just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's really honest of you.
It's less honest and more like I know I'll drive myself crazy if I'm constantly like trying all the options, and then I
Totally.
won't actually have fun. So it's more about
Yeah.
that, you know.
I do save scum before battles, and then I did do so I was like in a place where I wanted to steal some loot,
Mm.
and oh no, I have something in my teeth.
Do you?
Mhm. Yeah. So with Baldur's Gate,
Yeah.
sorry, where were we?
Save scumming.
Oh, yeah. I did do it when I wanted to get a piece of loot that required some heavy stealth,
Mm.
and I save scummed on that one.
I will say,
But
have you figured out how to do stealth well? Because I don't feel like I even have up to this point.
yeah, I have, because you have to ungroup your party and pick one.
Oh, that makes
That's like how you do it
significantly more
best.
sense. Okay, because
Yeah, so what I usually do is
okay.
I ungroup and then I'd use Asterion.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like so the area that I'm in right now, I have run into a shit ton of turrets at the place that I'm in right now.
Mm.
And the turrets have a very clear, like, if they're in a room, they can see everything that's not like you hiding behind a wall or, you know. And so you have to kind of like dash and hide in these different places. And I was doing really well, and then I'd have like this little jerky jerk face in the back, just like bebopping around, and then immediately it would start shooting at me, and I was getting really frustrated. I eventually found a lot of bombs and was like just bombing the thing so that I could get through it really fast. But I didn't think that was probably the way you were supposed to play it, so it's fine.
Well, there's no wrong way to play.
I know, but I wasted all my bombs. I wasted like 6. All gone now. Ugh.
But there's no I think that's the beauty of this game, is that there really isn't a bad, like a wrong way to play. It's really truly like a
Yeah.
D&D campaign,
Yeah.
which is quite wild.
Are you enjoying the story aspect of it or not? Because it is a very different way to tell a story because it's so disparate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Act 1 still,
Yeah.
so I'm about 20 hours in. I'm in Act 1. The thing about, like, the brain is interesting.
Mhm.
Like, the tadpole that you have in your brains is fascinating to me. I'm interested to see how it resolves. And then there are certain people whose stories seem more interesting to me,
Ooh.
like Asterian's story, Will's story, Karlak's story.
Yeah.
Like, those are probably, like, the three that interest me the most, as well as Shadowheart. So I think I'm going to, like, that's kind of my main crew, is I have Will, Asterian, Shadowheart, and Karlak.
Wait, do you play
And that's...
not as a custom character? You play as a custom.
No, I have a custom
Oh, okay,
character.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, Maddie.
But those are like the 5 main people, and I know I can only have
4 at a
in
time,
my
but you
party.
swap. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of swap out like the last person.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I was trying to figure out who is the type of person to actually pick one of those characters as their main character. And I was like, did I just find one?
Well, sometimes, actually, you know, my brother is playing a playthrough as Will.
Oh, okay.
And he said he really likes it because it's been really fun. And apparently, so one of the things that's been really fun for him is that he's romancing Karlak, and they have a really like cute story when they get together, because remember, he's originally supposed to be like going after her to try to kill her.
Yeah.
So then like the growth of like that into like a relationship has been like a really cool story.
That's cute. I didn't think about you having the whole background history of the character as a part of like the relationships with the other ones.
I wouldn't do it as like my first playthrough, but I get it on a second playthrough.
Yeah.
And then also apparently if you start as Gale, you start in his like castle or whatever.
That's so cute. Is it that way with all of them? Like if you start with Karlak or Will, they are in different places, aren't they?
I don't know fully.
Huh.
I don't know fully. I just know that Gale's is starts at his place.
Maybe I'll do a playthrough as Karlak, because her story I think would be pretty cool, especially if you do get like pieces of the behind before you meet her, which would be fun.
Yeah.
I can see that. I think in my head I was like, oh, I don't know why I didn't connect this. It makes total sense that they did a good job on it. And in my head, I guess I had just pre-slotted it as a bad job, where it was like, you just didn't take the time to want to create your own character. You know what I mean? And instead you just picked one out of the box, almost like a, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like a template. Like you picked a thing that you didn't have to, oh, you're gone. Never mind. Okay. Bye.
I'm back. I was gonna say classic. Gotta have the one technical difficulty, as always.
As always. God.
Okay, so who are your favorite characters? I just told you mine.
Yeah, so my favorite characters I don't think have changed from our last episode. So I'm very much so still into Karlak. I just got and I still very much so hate Gale with a passion. It's almost worse now. I have gotten to the part in the story where you finally figure out what your so you remember during character creation you have to make 2 characters. Yeah, I finally got to the part in the story where you figure out what that second character is. And I won't spoil what it is because it is pretty fun, but
don't spoil.
There's like a mechanic associated with all this stuff, and everyone hates you for this mechanic. And her response to it was just so sweet and so nice. And I was like, like it was still, she was still mad. Like everybody was mad, but like the response of hers was just so chill and so fun. And everybody else was like, I fucking hate you. Like, what are you talking about? And
damn, I'm so interested to get there. Is that Act 2 or?
No, I think that is depending on, I think it's a part of the main storyline of Act 1. I've done a ton of little like side quests, and I am trying to do like all that I can to squeeze it out of that first one. And I'm still not like the world's longest into it, because I've done 3 characters. And so my one main character I've played, I think around if I remember the hour stamp, probably around like 40 hours in. And then my other two characters I put probably around like 7 or 8 hours in each or something. And so I've repeated a lot of content, but I've played it like honestly, repeating the content hasn't been bad at all because it feels really different
Mm-mm.
each time you play,
Yeah.
especially since I'm picking characters with different races, characters with different like skills. So I have a bard. I had started with a rogue and a druid, and then I got a bard. And then I'm going to have to
Cool.
create a fourth new character cuz my brother and I have decided to start playing together cuz Chris won't play with
Oh,
me. So, I'm
fun.
going to have a fourth
Wait,
new
why
one.
not?
He has been this has been like a real bonding thing with him and his brother. It's actually very sweet. They played it all through. It's like alpha or whatever, and
Yeah.
the constant resetting. They played it all the time, and they played also the other like like the previous games like the divinities that they had made together. So he doesn't want to be spoiled by content that he and his brother like haven't seen, and it's very sweet,
Cute.
but it makes it I can't really play with him because the thing that happens is you, at least for me, is like I want when I play with somebody to experience it a little bit more like new. It's like there's something fun and a thing that
Yeah.
neither one has done before. And he has like the things that we've played together, he's always already played. And so there'll be things like a
Got
puzzle
it.
of how do you get through like this section, but he'll already know the answer, right? So then it's more like I'm doing it on my own a little bit.
Yeah.
And this happens with a lot of games we play because I don't play multiplayer games. And so anytime we do, if it's a game like Destiny or Sea of Thieves, he's already like played them. And I am excited to play with my brother because I think he's played a lot of hours. Jesus Christ, he has played a lot of hours and a lot of games. So I'm sure there's still quite a bit that he said that I haven't done. But I'm sure that with how much of it is in that game, if we're not avoiding it, we'll very easily find something new that neither one of us has done. So I think it'll be fun. We'll see.
Yeah.
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 That'll be really fun.
Yeah. Have
Nice.
you played it with DK at all, or have you only played solo?
No, I've only played solo. Deacon and I have talked about playing it together. We just figured out like the sharing of the Steam library thing.
Oh, I forgot that was a feature. Can you only be playing
I
one
don't
at
know.
a time,
They don't
though?
fully. You know what? That's a good point. I don't know. That's a good point. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
All right. Do we want to pivot?
Yeah, let's go ahead and pivot. I'm glad you're enjoying Baldur's Gate 3, but we have two other
Yeah.
games that we want to talk about today. Do we want
You pick.
to... Let's do Chance of Sonar. I want to do Chance of Sonar next.
Okay.
Okay. So
I feel like we talked about it quite a bit in our end of year.
we talked about it quite a bit, but I don't think that we gave an overview of like what the actual game was. So maybe we can start there and then we can talk a little bit more. So TLDR, Chance of Sonar, I had mentioned before, but this was one recommended to me because it was apparently a very difficult puzzle game. I'm curious if you eventually like what difficulty you thought it was, Maddie, but Chance of Sonar is something very heavily based on Tower of Babel. And so you start off in this very beautiful, like simple world where you...
Do you want me to read the description really quickly?
Yeah. If you have the description, go ahead and pull it.
Yeah. Legend says that one day a traveler will reunite the peoples of the tower who are unable to communicate with each other. Observe, listen, and decipher ancient languages in a fascinating universe inspired by the Tower of Babel.
Perfect. Great. Excellent. Excellent, Maddie. So that, I really, really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure what I would expect, but like the main mechanic of the whole thing is that you get dialogue that has interesting characters that are not like readable characters. And then you get like signage and sculptures and paintings that have these characters on it as well to describe the language. And each of the levels of the tower have a different language associated with them. And so you have to retranslate each time you ascend the tower. And it's an interesting, for me at least, it was really interesting as the game evolved and you learned kind of what it was as you played it, because I wasn't sure exactly how they were going to do this language mechanic in the first place, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think probably I'll say my favorite maybe part of the game as we were going through it. Maybe we could talk through it that way. So,
Yeah.
for me going through it, when you start on the first level, right?
Yeah.
You are given, like, they do a lot of hand holding, I think, on the first level to be able to help teach you what you're supposed to be doing. It's not like a ton, but there's definitely a lot more of like you can do one-to-one mapping of what words are pretty quick. And when you're
Yeah.
doing this mapping, they give you checkpoints, which I really appreciated, where you would get like a page of your book and it would highlight a few pictures, and then you would be able to say like this word means like this token.
This picture.
Yeah, exactly. And so then you can start to pair things up. And they also gave you a whole note system. So if you meet somebody
Yes.
and they say, sul sul, that's right, we're speaking Simlish today. If they go and they say something and you're like, oh, it seems like every single character I say or I meet says this word when they first meet me, then you might be able to be like, oh, maybe this is like hello.
Hi.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so then you can take a little note and you're like, hello, and then it'll, in every conversation, show you hello in like gray with a question mark, and then it'll try to translate based on the notes that you have, which was,
That was a really awesome
right? It
functionality.
was really
Yeah.
fun. They made it so usable, like so usable.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a very easy way that the game could have been frustrating from a mechanic perspective, even if it's the identical game. And I feel like they did these quality of life
Yep.
things that actually made it really, really functional, you know?
That's such a good observation because I was really concerned when I heard about like, oh, you're going to be translating languages.
Yep.
I was worried I was going to have like a thick physical notebook
Right.
to like take notes in
Yep.
about what these things mean. And so the fact that they so seamlessly worked that into the mechanics of the game is so key and is one of those examples of something that like doesn't make the game any easier. It just makes it better.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes people confuse like challenging mechanic or like
Tedious?
tedious game design choices
Yeah.
for like challenge. And it's like, no, that's not challenging. That's just annoying.
Yeah.
And you're just like wasting my time.
Yeah. It's like when the goal is to make you take as long as possible instead of the goal is to just
Yeah.
make a fun, challenging thing to solve. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do really appreciate that about the game. And then I also really loved like the way that they stepped the like difficulty.
Yes. Yeah.
That I thought was also really smart because it was super interesting. Like the first level is pretty easy comparatively.
Yeah.
You get a lot of art. I feel like that was really helpful.
Yeah.
Like if you were looking at art and then looking at the title of the art and it becomes easier to piece together. And then in the next level, which is like the warrior level, it steps it up a little bit because it adds things like plurals.
Yeah. That was fun. I love their different plural mechanics for each language. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And like the way that the sentence is structured was like slightly different, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
Like, whereas in the first language, there's not really plurals. It's very straightforward.
Yeah.
Whereas the next level, it's like, okay, we're going to introduce like syntax order and plurals into the mix. And then in the bard level, I think that was like my favorite.
That was the biggest jump.
Difficulty.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And that one was the most fun because it had changes to the plural system and the syntax system that you had just learned could be a thing.
Yeah.
So it was like each level was stepping up. And then I will say the alchemist level after that it kind of like tapered off at that point. Like that didn't feel harder to me. The only thing that felt harder to me was the math, obviously, which we talked about. But it didn't, like the translation aspect didn't feel. And then the next one I felt the same way. Like that one was actually probably the easiest. The last one because you had these like because you had these terminals that you could use and it kind of auto translated everything.
I will say that I felt like they found a way to make it not repetitive because
Mhm.
when you get to the bard level, you're right, like the difficulty jump was so much bigger that it didn't feel like, oh, I have to do this all over again, because it's a totally different like skill at that point, because it's almost like you were just thrown into conversation. I feel like on that one, it was just
Mhm.
conversations everywhere and little stories. And it was also where I made the realization that it wasn't necessarily the same vocabulary for each one. I thought after the
Mhm.
first two levels, it was going to be really similar vocabulary. And when they kept using words, I was like, oh, maybe that means like this other word that was in the warrior level. And then it was like, no,
Yeah.
it actually meant bard. Like I thought that bard was going to
Yeah.
be like holy one or sacred one or whatever that one was.
Yeah, yeah,
And so like that didn't feel repetitive at all doing it 3 times in a row. And then
yeah.
once you get into the alchemist level after that, and then like whatever that level is at the very tippity top, I felt like the thing that was cool about those levels was less the translating of the language, because like you said, it was simplified. Like the alchemy level was almost entirely numbers,
Mhm.
versus a lot of other things. And so there was like math numbers, which was a fun mechanic, but they also at that point, if you had been doing all of the terminals, so that's like the other mechanic that exists in the game, is that there's these little spots where you can find them. Some are obvious, some are really secret, and you use those to like transport between levels. But then there's also like honestly like a little Skype screen kind of thing,
Yeah.
where you have two people at these different
And you help
terminals. Yeah,
translate
yeah,
between.
it's so cool. And if you've been doing that at that point, once I got up to the alchemy level, I started seeing bards wandering around the alchemy level. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And so it still felt fresh and different because things in the world were starting
Yeah.
to change as you did those other things on the side. So I wasn't bored, which I was also worried about. It wasn't repetitive. I don't know. It felt really fresh,
No.
you know?
Yeah, it was really fresh and it was I think the perfect amount of game
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. I think it
Yeah,
took,
I felt like they really nailed
how
it.
long did you say it took you?
Took me 16 and it took you
Oh,
11.
right.
I looked on your Steam,
Yeah.
but I always take longer cuz I get lost.
Yeah. I really appreciated the length of time, cuz like I
Yeah.
felt, cuz I was playing it while I was over at Chris's house, and so I was doing it in the evenings when we were all just like chilling watching Hallmark movies. And
Yeah.
I stayed up one night until like 5 in the morning playing it, and then I finished the last few hours the next day, which was fun. But I didn't at all through that period of time. Like, I'm glad that it ended when it ended. Like, I think it could have dragged on a little bit, but instead it was really snappy and sweet at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really good. It was really really good.
Yeah.
So, what a good
Did you
game.
end up getting the bad ending? Because I did the bad ending and then I went back and did the good ending.
I don't think I got the bad ending. I don't know. I didn't know there was different endings.
Um,
So slight spoiler
oh yeah, might be.
for the
There
ending.
are different endings, so we can talk through that a little bit.
Yeah, tell me the different
Yeah,
endings.
so when I got to it the first time, I apparently had missed one of the terminals, but I thought I had gotten them all. So I had translated everything that I had, and I had apparently missed the terminal that was terminal 0. Um like that was, so in the little terminal pyramid where you jump between them, you know how they told the difference
Mhm.
between it had like a stick and then it had a branch, and that branch was like one, and then
Mhm.
it was 2 branches and 3 branches, so you could count in order. I had 1 through 9 or 10 or whatever it was, I can't remember. But I apparently didn't get the one without branches, so the very first terminal I missed. And
Oh.
I had translated everything else up to that point. I thought I had found them all because I had all of them in order. Um, and I had been doing it the whole time while I was playing. And so at the end, when you go through, like at the very end, the way that the game works is you have these big giant doors, and you
Mhm.
have appropriately translated through all these terminals, so the different peoples are visiting each other and talking with each other and blah 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 blah. And if you go through these doors, you go up to the very top of this tower, and as you go through the doors, if you haven't finished all the terminals, it says, no, wait, don't go forward. Like everybody will die if you do this. Like the tower will be destroyed. You need to finish doing your stuff first. And I was like, oh. And so I went back and I looked at all my stuff and I was like, well, maybe I was supposed to do this. And I can't remember what it was. But I went and did something that apparently wasn't the thing I needed to do. And then I just went through because I thought I had done it all. And I went all the way up to the top.
Did you have a save that you could go and redo?
When you finish the bad ending, it just takes you back before you went up the tower and press the last button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
which
okay,
I didn't know that I was doing the bad ending at the time. I was just doing it because I thought I had finished it.
Yeah. Okay, what was the bad ending?
And so the
I'm
bad
curious.
ending is you go up to the top and it was just really dark and stormy and you do this thing and it's really dark and you're like just alone sitting sad at the top of the tower and it's like everything is like desolate and depressing. And it just like plays through the credits on like these really dreary sad screens of all the places looking sad. And
Oh, I got that
it's
too.
over.
But then I went back. It was like a dream, and you follow the kid.
It just ends. It just ends.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no like second. So like when I did the happy ending, there was that dream and then there were people at the top of the tower and everyone was really excited, right? And it was like cutesy. No, this one just ended. Like it was just done. Everything was dead and dying and sad. And that was it. And so I went through and I did that and I'm like, is that the ending? That's confusing. And then I rebooted it up and I went back and talked to the terminal again and they told me that things would be destroyed still. So then I searched around for probably who knows how freaking long to find that first terminal because I didn't even realize there was one there. Yeah, it took me a long time to get that last one because I didn't know there was a one before the one with the first little branch. It was very
interesting.
Yeah. But I assume if you've gotten all the terminals, you can't see the ending now because you would have gotten all the terminals. But it wasn't like drastically different. It was just sad and depressing instead of cute and happy about you uniting the kingdoms. Which is, yeah.
I'll have to watch that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was a slight difference in the endings.
Yeah. It doesn't take you through any of like the dreaminess. It doesn't take you back because you go through like all the different levels, right? Like little short blurbs of each of the levels.
Yeah, with the kid like telling you to follow him.
You don't do any of that, I don't think. If I'm remembering right. And instead you're just alone at the top of the tower.
Got it. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty you would know if you got the bad ending or not. You got the good one, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because you apparently found all the terminals and I didn't. So congratulations,
I did.
Maddie. You did better than me.
I did.
Oh wait.
Wow. Check me out.
Before we move to the last game, there was just one thing that I thought of which was really funny this week as Chris and I were talking about Alan Wake 2 and your affinity towards being lost and the fact that I skipped half the game because of my apparently inability to get lost.
Yeah.
And he was like, we didn't see that at all. We were just doing it. He was like, we use the map so much. And I'm like, there's 3 types of players, Chris. There's people who use the map frequently so they don't get lost. There's people who use the map frequently so they don't get lost, but then they like on purpose go to the places not on the map so that they find everything. And then there's Maddie and I don't know what she does. She just lost.
I just get lost. I don't know where I'm going.
So, if anything, I've learned that you 100% things a lot more than I do because of your gift. So,
my gift of just getting lost.
Which helps you in chances.
The thing is I do use maps. I don't use them effectively, I guess. I just don't use them effectively. Yeah.
That's okay. All right. Is there any last thoughts on Chance the Sonar? Do we want to go ahead and hop? If we'd recommend it to certain types of people, I don't know.
I would recommend it to anyone who like enjoys a good logic puzzle.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And it's not too, so I guess I will say my one complaint, I didn't love like the sneaking mechanics.
Oh, yeah. They didn't have that too much in there, did they? It was just like the beginning of the first level or something.
It wasn't in there too much. It was in there a couple of times and I just didn't think it fit with the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like they were just trying to add like another element of something interesting.
Yeah.
And so if they didn't have that, I think I'd recommend it to just about anyone who could play games. But the only problem I have is like, if you're not very good at like timing and stuff, that's like the only time that it could probably get frustrating.
Yeah.
Like one of the ones where you're sneaking from the monster as an example, like that could get frustrating for people if you don't get timing exactly right.
Yeah.
So that's the only like timing thing that makes me go like, ooh, I don't know if I could recommend this for absolutely everyone.
Yeah.
But it's not too challenging. It just is that thing that's like, if they didn't have this, I actually do think that this could be good for anyone who plays games.
Yeah, that's a good call. And some people just really hate the stealth like mechanics like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like it in certain contexts, but I just didn't think that this context necessarily needed it.
Yeah.
But anyways, like I would I would recommend it for just about anyone to play that would enjoy a good logic puzzle.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
I'd agree with that. I also say if you're not sure, if you've played Tunic, you liked the end of Tunic, then definitely pick this one up. If I'm trying to think of if there's any other ones that kind of did something similar.
I almost feel like if you like, have you ever played Connections, like the New York Times?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I feel like if you like Connections, you'd probably like the type of game that this
Maddie,
is.
what a good suggestion. Yes, I'd agree with that. I like that. Ship it.
Ship it.
Great. Do we want to talk about Dave the Diver now?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to kick us off with that one.
Okay. I think that it's a really fun game. And let me read the description really quick. Dave the Diver is a casual single-player adventure RPG featuring deep-sea exploration and fishing during the day and sushi restaurant management at night. Join Dave and his quirky friends as they seek to uncover the secrets of the mysterious blue hole. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, that's an accurate description. So I would say that I just love that this game exists. I just think that it's such a fun
world is
concept
better because it exists.
Yes, like I think it's such a fun concept of you're just this dude who's living life, scuba diving, making sushi at night. You're making friends. Like the cast of characters is really
cute.
good.
Yeah.
And initially I got a little bit concerned because one of the first characters you meet is this overweight, very stereotypical, almost incel.
The anime obsessed,
weeb. Yeah. And I was a little bit concerned it was going to make fun of him too much, but it actually doesn't.
Yeah.
So there's a few moments where I was like, uh-oh, but then it ends up being better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
And I just love the different characters that you meet, like that guy, like your other, you meet someone who starts a farm, like a fishing farm.
Mm-hmm.
You meet someone who helps you manage your business. And one of the main people that you meet is the sushi chef.
Yeah.
And I just think that it's really nice and just a really sweet game.
Yeah. I really appreciated for each of the characters too that for the ones that you meet, a lot of them have actions, that you have to take. And they have different cutscenes and these fancy little actions for different things that they're doing for you, especially the sushi chef. Whenever you learn new stuff, they have these really fun animated cutscenes and they're like super dramatic. And I really liked them.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be like they were just gonna have one animation the whole time or maybe a couple, but there's a lot in there. Oh my gosh.
There's a lot.
Yeah. I will say from my perspective, I put off playing this game. Like, I mean, you and I talked about it pretty much the whole year. Like, since it came out, you were like, I want to play Dave the Diver. And we never really got around to it, probably because I wasn't super hype for it. And I don't know, I think in my head, I'm feeling a little fatigue I think, from management
You
sims.
mentioned that.
Yeah, and the and I honestly feel this more about farming sims than anything. It's just everyone finally got on board with the fact that Stardew Valley was amazing and that they
Yeah.
need to start replicating that. And so you are starting to get a lot of
Yeah.
soulless, sad versions of farming sims that make me want to
Yeah.
gag. I'm happy that finally they're building games that represent a different demographic more often, like I like that,
Totally.
but a lot of it's just corporate and soulless and sad. And
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what to expect from this, but I was just feeling a little bit of fatigue from all those different
Mhm.
things. And even though I had heard good things, I think it had came out and you had brought it up about right after I had tried Potion Permit, which I had heard a lot of really good things about as well. And it was like a um,
Potion craft?
no, Potion Permit, I think.
Oh.
And yes, Potion Craft also exists, but Potion Permit is a game that's supposed to be kind of similar to
Oh, okay. I see potion permit. Got it.
yeah, it's more similar in the sim genre. You have people around town, you date them, you farm and all this kind of stuff.
You're the best chemist around.
Yeah, and it was boring and buggy as shit. It was awful.
Oh
Absolutely terrible, and
no.
I had heard such good things about it, and I now am on conspiracy theory TikTok with all of these cozy gamers where they're like, think
I think
half the
they
cozy gamers don't
I
even
just
play
think they
them.
don't have enough content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think they have enough content and they have to make a video about a game that looks cozy. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that's
I
what I
don't
think
think
it is.
I we've okay, at the risk of potentially like making some listeners feel
Yes, that's
like
true.
they don't belong. That's not what we're doing here, but I will say that I think it's challenging if you box yourself into a genre
Yeah,
as a content creator
yeah,
because then what ends up happening is you are totally reliant on good cozy
yeah,
games coming out very frequently,
right.
and that's just not the case because there's so many
Shovelware, like,
because it's such a
yeah,
popular thing, there's so much crap in that
yeah,
realm.
yeah,
And if you have to post a new video like every day, like you're supposed to on TikTok, like we haven't posted in months, oops. But like if you're trying to post something every day of
it's a
new
lot of
content, then
work.
you're just gonna,
Yeah,
yeah. And so they play it for 5 minutes and they like
yeah, it's cute.
say probably like, yeah, this is cute.
Yeah,
And it's relaxing
yeah,
and they don't fully play it, but they can't because they don't have time.
yeah,
And I think that's the problem with that type of thing. And that's why I feel like I've only seen a few cozy game accounts like really
yeah.
succeed. And I think it's when like the one, oh, I think her handle is literally like
Cozy Games, Kennedy. Yeah, I love you,
cozy
Kennedy.
games.
Please like us.
Yeah, like she she has good content because she does cozy everything.
She's an
So it's not just
aesthetic.
cozy
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So that gives her enough content. Whereas there's some people who are just focused on the games. And so then it's like really repetitive and or you're pushing content that's not good.
yeah. That's kind of how I feel, and I had definitely seen Potion Permit get pushed many, many times by many accounts. And so I gave it a try. It was absolute hot garbage. And then
Yeah.
Dave the Diver came out, and I'm like, honestly, I just don't know. I'm like, I can't trust any of y'all. Like, I don't know. And I'm glad that we ended up actually picking it up because the game itself, one, it does have those little details. I love the little details that say that people,
It does.
it has them.
Yeah.
And on top,
There's a lot of heart in it. It so
yeah.
obviously has like a lot of heart
Yeah,
and thought.
I agree with
Mhm.
that. Like, there's just so many little things, and you're just like, oh my god, that's so cute. Like, I can't believe not only did they think to do that, but it made the cut into like actually building this
Yeah.
game.
And the game keeps getting bigger
It
too,
does.
which is also like super cool.
Yeah.
Like the way that they've structured
Mhm.
it is it gets bigger, but not in a overwhelming way. Because
Yeah.
I feel like if they threw everything at you at once, it would be super stressful and you'd be overwhelmed.
Yeah,
But they start you off with, hey, you're just going to
Yeah,
go
you're just gonna
diving. You're going to
fish.
catch some fish.
Yeah.
And you're going to sell it at the sushi restaurant. And then they're like, oh, or you can also unlock this app and do some ecological things.
Yeah.
You can like aid in research. Oh, okay, we're gonna unlock another app, and you can buy weapons, and here's the weapons dealer, and then you unlock another app, and it the way they like step it for you.
I agree.
And then like, oh, you unlocked fish farming. Now you unlocked rice farming.
Yeah.
Now you unlocked the mermaid area.
Yeah.
So I just feel like the way that they take you along the journey of like, oh, this game's getting bigger, but in a really smart way that's not overwhelming.
I totally agree with that. And I think that that's part of the mechanic that they nailed. It's that like full loop, because games like this live and die by the loop that they create, right? Like it's either repetitive and eventually you get bored and you're like, this is stupid that I have to do this literally every single day. And I will admit that as I started playing the game, I had wondered about that. I'm like, oh, am I just going to do like fish, bring it in, fish, bring it in, oh, new different kinds of fish, and I catch it. And I was like, I'm still enjoying myself, but maybe I'll only make it like 5 or 6 hours or something. But then like you're saying, it was just new thing after new thing after little thing. And it was like little strands and seeds of, oh, well, I could go try that now, or I could do this. And maybe some days I want to take a break and I don't want to do those things. I just want to go fish and find new fish, you know?
Yeah.
And I just feel like they really nailed that loop that is so important for a game like this. I was very impressed. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I really liked it. It's good.
I would like to talk briefly about the sushi restaurant, because I think that's the one place where I'm kind of curious how your feelings are on it, because the fishing itself, they flesh out a ton. There is a ton to do in the fishing realm. It's not just dive in and get a fish. But in the sushi restaurant, it feels a lot more simple. I'm kind of curious how you're feeling about it, because they do have decorations, which is nice. Glad I can decorate. But the actual like sushi management part of the game is just like you set the menu, and that's really about it once you get employees. You know what I mean? I don't know. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah. There's the timing aspect of it when customers are coming in and you have to serve them the right stuff.
Yeah.
And employees do really help there.
Yeah.
But you don't have them at first. So there's kind of a fun aspect of like, did you ever play Diner Dash or whatever?
I loved Diner Dash.
I loved it too.
Diner Dash.
So there's some aspects of that that I think are really good that kind of go away. So maybe they could perfect that a little bit more or make it feel a little bit better in that way. I do really like that you can set the menu, although I haven't fully figured out the optimal
strat.
There's a bunch of mechanics that they put in there where they'll tell you like, this was your top selling item the last couple of days and this was your, and I don't know fully if that matters. Like I don't know if it's telling me something that maybe I should like pay more attention to.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
I did not read that much into it. What I read into it was like, the dishes that have the most appeal are probably going to get purchased more, is like the assumption that I made. And so then I was trying to find the sweet spot between high appeal and high price. And then the thing that I didn't realize for like half the game, because I'm a dummy, even though they literally tell you multiple times, is that so when you set the menu, you know, you have to say like, I only want like 1 piece of sushi on the menu, or 1 roll or whatever, or 4 or 10 or and I didn't realize that if I put more than just 1 and then it didn't get sold, like anything not sold just gets thrown away.
Trash.
And I realized that when I had started catching sharks, I think, and they were way bigger, and I had a ton of them, and they were really expensive, and they had so many different slices, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and they're so good, so I'm gonna do like 10 10 10 10 10 10 10, and then I wasted like half of my sharks. It was very devastating. It was devastating. And so there's also that trick that I haven't exactly optimized. Like, is 1 piece the best that auto supplies? I don't know. Or is it 2? I don't know.
What's the auto supply? Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, so
does that mean like if you have more,
it'll
and
make
you put
more.
2, it'll make
Yeah,
Okay.
so, like, if you put your, unit, for lack of a better term, as, like, 1, then every time it sells, it'll remake another one and have it there
Okay.
ready, but if you put in, like, 5 as your unit, then once you sell all 5 out, it'll re-put
It
5 in
makes
there.
5.
Yes. So
Okay.
it's not just, like, it'll trickle in 1 at a time, it'll do it based on the unit, and so I've done 1 at a time because I was like, "Oh, 1 at a time with auto supply means that at most I'll ever waste is 1." But with auto supply, you're always going to waste 1. Versus like I've done some things where, okay, this is a really expensive fish, so I'm going to only put like 2 on without auto supply. And then when it runs out, I'll myself put more
Yeah.
on depending on what time of day it is. Um, but I don't micromanage too much with it because most of the time it's not that big if you waste one little piece, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't quite figured out the management part of the restaurant
Yeah.
with that aspect.
Yeah.
Or if maybe I'm thinking it's more deep than it is, because it might not be.
I mean, it might be. I don't know. I haven't been playing that way, but I will say that I haven't, like, I've been playing quite a few hours now. I can't remember how many I'm at, but it's a lot. And the farming aspect of it, I've unlocked for a while now, but I haven't actually done anything with it yet other than like a few crops. Like, I haven't really done much. So I will say that I think I'm still kind of early in some of that aspect of the game.
I don't know if I'm fully interested in the farming, because I like diving and fishing, and I'm not like not getting enough fish. You know what I mean? I have too much.
Yeah. My hunch, and this is just a hunch because obviously I'm not there yet, is that the end game ish will be the optimization of the restaurant.
Oh.
And so
Okay.
to do that, you'll need to catch the hard to catch fish, put them in the little fishery thing, and then be breeding certain types of fish that you really need for the really expensive, elaborate dishes that otherwise just wouldn't show up enough, is my guess.
Okay.
I don't know if that's actually true. And then I assume the farm will be like ingredients that you need in order to make those elaborate dishes. I don't know if that's going to be
Yeah,
true or
like you
not.
do need the rice. Like you need the rice.
Yeah.
For sure.
How do I figure out how long
But-
you've played? You've played
You can just look at my profile.
You've played 12 minutes recently, but that's not helpful.
I think it's like 15
Yeah,
hours?
it says 14.6, so 15 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That feels right.
Yeah.
I started playing Baldur's Gate, so that's kind of been where my time's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played Baldur's Gate as much as I would have liked to play over the long run within one, but I started playing again because you were playing it, and now I'm going to be playing more with my brother, so I'm excited to see all that's in store for me. I don't know. Yeah. It's a good year of gaming.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
It is a good year of gaming. I am looking forward to a break, and there's not a ton on the docket that I'm like of new releases that I feel like I'm clamoring for.
Yeah. I actually was looking up a few lists before this, like this last week, on games that were supposed to be releasing in 2024. And I didn't really see much that I was really excited about.
Do we want to do a little on topic section about anticipated games for 2024?
Sure, we can do that.
Okay. Let's do final thoughts on Dave the Diver. I mean, it's really fun. I'd recommend it. I will say that the controls maybe aren't super easy. So again, like, I don't know if I'd recommend it for people who can't, who don't necessarily do a ton of video game controls. Because like the harpoon mechanic while swimming, I actually think
It's
could
pretty hard.
potentially be quite challenging.
Yeah.
And especially when you get to the like boss fights, like the weapons, like switching between the weapons and your harpoon, and
Yeah,
that
it's
could
harder
get a
than
little
I thought it
dicey.
would end up being, but it is pretty hard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's like the one thing I would caution against if people are like, oh, I love cozy games and it'll be easy. It's like not quite as, it's not really that easy.
Yeah.
It's not hard, but it's not Dark Souls level, obviously. But
I wouldn't
it's
put
definitely,
this.
I wouldn't describe it as easy.
I would not describe this as like relaxing or zen. in the actual fishing aspects, it gets pretty hard.
It can be. It can be.
Yeah.
You can make it zen. You could totally make it relaxing
Yeah.
and zen, but I wouldn't say it's designed to be that way.
I'd agree with that. I agree. Yep.
Cool.
I think the kind of people who would like it, people who like the sim and management games for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously Diner Dash
Yeah.
people, since we've
If you
discovered
like
that
fishing,
today.
like this has all of that. Like you have a book where you can like, try to
Collecting.
get all the fish in each area. Like
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So that scratches that itch for me.
Mhm. And I think at the end of the day, it's a pretty like cutesy game. You know what I mean? So if you like
Yeah.
those just because they're a vibe, then it's definitely that vibe.
I would say it does fit the cozy.
Oh, definitely. Definitely cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, on topic, games for 2024. I have pulled
Yeah.
up a list of things that people
I
are
also
aware
have
of.
pulled up a list.
And so far, honestly, Maddie, is there anything on here that I'm excited about?
You know, I'm really, really excited for Hades 2.
Oh, right. I forgot. That's 2024, isn't it?
It is early access though, so I am trying. I'm still debating to myself whether I want to be part of the early access, because if you're part of the early access, you get to help shape the game, which is pretty cool.
That is really cool.
But then you're not playing it the fully featured way that it's supposed to be like experienced the first time. And I'm worried it'll take away a little bit of magic, but I don't know.
So
haven't
I
decided
think
yet.
it depends on how much faith you have in the developer, if I'm just being really honest with you. Like the early access games, I think that do it well, add something special at the end that makes it feel different and better whenever it finally releases. Like Baldur's Gate 3 did that apparently very well, from Chris. But
Oh, cool.
the developer ideally will have the thing at the end that makes it really feel like, for those early access people, that it's something that is done and finished and feeling good, you know, from the GA perspective. I feel like the first Hades game, and from the other games that they've made that I've watched like video of and watched Chris play, they seem like they're very polished developers. So I feel like there's I don't know. I feel like playing it is probably still, I would play it. I think if I were you, I'd play it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I will play it, just because it's not a game that I'm like hammering down a door to get to as fast as possible. So
I mean, I'll make you play it when it actually comes
yo,
out.
I mean, yeah, sure. And I'm excited to play it. But it's not like, I don't even know if I fully finished the first Hades because it was so hard. I played it a while, but then it left Game Pass. And then I never purchased it, so I never got to finish it.
I purchased it on Xbox and my Switch.
Yeah. And then I just went back to Dead Cells afterwards.
Dead Cells is good too.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, looking through this list, Avowed apparently is supposed to be 2024. Do I believe it?
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but that's what I'm looking forward to, I think, the most, if it is actually coming out.
Okay.
Do you know what Avowed is? I guess our listeners might not, so I should say what it is.
Yeah, tell me.
It is, so the folks that made Oblivion, the developers, or sorry, not Oblivion.
I never played Oblivion.
No, I know. I don't know why I said the words Oblivion. Obsidian.
Oh.
Yes, there we go. I'm in the Skyrim brain because that's what Avowed is. Avowed is Skyrim, but made by Obsidian. And Obsidian is the developer that I think Xbox acquired a little bit ago.
Outer Worlds.
They did Outer Worlds most recently, but I think they were
really
the
liked that
original
game.
creators of the Fallouts that everybody loved, like Fallout 3 or New Vegas, one of those. I need to look it up, so I'm not super ill-informed. But Obsidian makes RPGs a la Bethesda, but they're usually...
Oh, they made Grounded.
Yeah, they made Grounded. That one was one that they were like little branching out, like they didn't normally.
Oh, they made Pentiment.
Yes, they made Pentiment. They are very good, in my opinion.
This is so interesting.
Yes.
They've done a lot of different things.
Yes.
They made South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah.
But they are
And they made Fallout New Vegas,
Yes.
which is like the best
Yes.
Fallout game.
Yeah, that's what I knew them from, is the Fallout games that everybody was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then they came and they made Outer Worlds, which I loved. It was the perfect game for me. It was the right size. And it was really well done in my opinion. And so
Yeah.
I'm hoping what Avowed is, because it looks like a medieval.
Oh, it's like magic-y.
Yes, medieval magics.
Ooh, this looks fun.
Yeah, so I am super, super pumped for it. And if it manages to be even, like, I don't know, if it's even 90% as cool as Outer Worlds was, then I know I'll like it. Like, the Outer Worlds, which is so, I really loved it. I know a lot of people didn't like it. Sorry. I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it. I really liked it. And if it even is like almost to that bar, then I know that I'm going to like it, because I like the medieval setting so much more than the space setting. So I'm really excited for it. I think the thing that I would mention about it, if folks also want to get pumped for it, is Obsidian, the Outer Worlds game that they made, was significantly smaller than a lot of the RPGs that you see. Like, it was about a 30-hour game.
Okay.
Which is really small for an RPG, in my opinion.
Okay.
But was, in my, like, in the current state of the world that I am in right now, it was perfect. I got a full RPG game in a reasonable amount of time that I could finish.
I like that.
Yeah, so I really, really enjoyed
like that.
Okay, your next one. Do you have other ones you're looking forward to, Maddie?
I'm looking at the list. I actually am looking forward to the one that we're actually going to play next, which is Last of Us 2 Remastered for PS5, which Bridget and I haven't played The Last of Us 2, so that's why I'm extra excited for it, because it's going to be a fully new experience for both of us, and I just think that one's going to be really interesting. I remember I wasn't into it when it first came out, because I had obviously not played the games, but I remember when it came out, originally how polarizing it was, and I'm super unspoiled on it, which is good. Like, I've been avoiding anything about it like the plague. Like, I've just literally been trying to stay so far away. I just know there's a character named Abby. Like, that's it. I don't know anything else about it, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing that on the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Because I just got that console, and so I'm like,
you're ready,
excited to see what that's gonna be like.
That one comes out like next week, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the one that we're gonna play next.
Yeah, can we finish it in a week? Do we believe in ourselves?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. What I want to do.
Wait, let me look at how long to beat.
What I want to do, Maddie, is, after we play it, I want to go to all the iconic Seattle scenes, but in real Seattle.
Yeah.
So you have to go out on a day trip with me.
That's right. You did mention there's some Seattle stuff. So it apparently takes 24 hours to beat.
That's not too bad. We might be able to do it.
We could do it. I believe in us.
I believe it. What day does it come out? Does it come out on a weekend day?
The 19th.
That's a Friday. Oh, so
it's Friday.
So we would have a full weekend and then a week to do it. I think we could probably do it.
Be gone that weekend, but
so I could do it.
Maybe we push out the podcast a week. Maybe we have to push the podcast.
We might have to push it out a week if we want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways,
all right. I am also excited for that one. I'm excited for the controversy and the drama. I don't know exactly what it is. I think I have one thing that is a spoiler, but I don't know if it's real or not, or if it was like me misinterpreting like a thing that I saw. Because when I was reading all about the first Last of Us, I think I saw a thing. I don't know if it's real or not, so I'm not going to say it. But if it is real, no, I can't say it. I don't know. We're going to find out.
You can't say
it. We're going to find out.
Don't say
we're
it.
Gonna find
Don't
out.
spoil it for me.
I won't. And I hope that I'm not actually spoiled and the thing that I know is made up, but we're going to find out.
Oh, I just saw that The Case of the Golden Idol is getting
a sequel.
Prequel.
Oh, prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called The Rise of the Golden
It
Idol.
was, you were still in meetings, but I had ditched apparently to start watching the Game Awards, but they showed it. They showed the trailer for
Cool.
it. Yes. Yeah.
So that's supposed to come out next year. So if that does, that'll be one that I'm looking forward to as well, because I liked that first one, and I'll have you play that one with me.
Yeah, I
because
bought the
I
first
do
one.
really think that you would like
Yeah,
it.
I bought the first one, so I plan on playing that one probably sometime the next couple of months as we get through things. So that'll be good. I'm trying to look through. I think the only other thing that I'm like excited for that I see on these lists, maybe there are things that I'm not aware of because they're not like chilling here yet, is the remake of the Thousand Year Door.
Yeah, that'll be really fun.
Thousand Year Door was probably like one of the core childhood game memories for me. Thousand Year Door. I loved it, and I loved I didn't play the original Paper Mario. I played Thousand Year Door, and then I played the one after that. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But like the two ones that in my opinion are very, very good. And then, as you all know from last week, the new Origami Paper Mario is a travesty to humankind. It should never have existed.
Bad.
So bad. And so I'm kind of just excited to get a little bit of the nostalgia back. And I want to know if it's been long enough. I played that game so many times though, so I want to know if it's been long enough that I don't remember it and it feels fresh and fun, or if it's gonna end up feeling like repetitive. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see how fresh and fun it feels when we play it again.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. But I played Super Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. Those are the two that I played. But I haven't played any of the other ones other than now Origami King, which is garbage. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's it on my side. I mean, obviously, like, I always end up liking games that I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Like, I think I had none of the games on my list in my no, I had Alan Wake 2
You did.
in my most anticipated of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the only one for my most anticipated list that actually made it onto my top 5 list. So
what was my top 5 list from last year? I remember Starfield was my number one. May I rest in peace. Oh, I did have Oxenfree 2 on there, which I did enjoy. I enjoyed Oxenfree 2.
Yeah, you had that one. You had Tears of the Kingdom on yours.
Yeah, which was better.
An interesting choice for you.
Well, I was excited. I wanted to see if they made it better.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be copied and pasted. Like,
it's not quite
copied. It's copied and pasted.
So
somebody forked that shit and then they made some new features. Oh.
And I think, what else did you have on there?
My remake for Another Wonderful Life, which I did enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one was on there. I did enjoy that one.
Here's what I had on my anticipated list. Redfall. Yikes. Tears of the Kingdom. Alan Wake 2 did make my top 5 list. And Spider-Man 2, which I am about to play. Finally got my PlayStation.
Yeah.
So that one just feels like a delayed.
Yeah.
I also had Haunted Chocolatier as like a manifesting one, which is also not happening this year probably.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because he took a break, kind of, didn't he?
Yeah, he's been doing some Stardew Valley updates, which is totally fine. I want him to take his time. I'd rather have like a really great game that took years and years than, yeah.
Oh, so. Okay. I looked it up. I looked at my list, and the one that I missed was Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. But it's because it didn't come out.
Oh.
But it's supposed to release in 5 days.
Oh, wow.
January 18th.
Cute.
Yeah. So I guess maybe we should do that one after Last of Us, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. But I was going to say, I didn't see that one come out, and it was supposed to come out, but it looks like it got delayed, and it's pushed to this month, which is exciting for all of us.
Perfect.
Yeah. So most anticipated part 2. Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. Did you play the first Turnip Boy? I wonder if you need to.
No, I know I would like it. I just didn't have time.
Yeah, it's really cute. I really enjoyed it. And then the last one I'll mention, because I did see it as I was looking up other things, Senua's Saga, Hellblade Hellblade 2.
Oh, that's right. That's going to be good.
Yeah, I think it'll be really, really excellent. I think you will really like it given your love of
Yeah.
like horror.
Yeah,
It is
I
a
agree.
vibe. You will really like it. So what we might need to do is when I'm on my honeymoon, maybe you should do the first Hellblade since you haven't played it yet, and then we can come back and do the second Hellblade hopefully when it releases.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Close it out?
Let's do it.
All right. Thank you for listening to our podcast. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and rate it. Oh, I'm also doing this for memory. Oh. It's a struggle bus day. Okay, I just looked it up. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Baddy Breakdowns, and visit our website, baddybreakdowns.com, made by Bridget. The podcast art was done by Tanisha, and the podcast was edited by me, Maddie. Join us next time to hear us two baddies break down Last of Us 2. And as I said, we might need to take an additional week for that. We'll let y'all know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Exciting. Thank you all for spending
Yay!
2023 with us. We really appreciate it. And we're looking forward to 2024. Here's New Year, same podcast.
New Year, same us. All right.
Bye.
Bye.